really studied hip hop as a culture. Like, you know, like we really went to the Woo stores. We went and found them stores that RZA used to go and get those samples from and the movies from.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go there and find them places. But it was a little place right beside the train station, right by in New York. And we used to go there. They were like, yo, you know, this where RZA you come and get the VCR tapes to do the samples. And I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
So it was like, New York at that time was so different because everybody that was representing the culture was authentic. It was nothing fake about nobody.
That's interesting because people on the internet look at you like you're so pro Atlanta and so against New York. But New York was actually part of your formula as students.
As students, but
that's crazy. People
don't understand that I hung out in New York more than anybody because of my crowd. I hung out with Frank 151. I hung out with Steve, and that was my crew. I was with the partiers.
I didn't even discover Frank 151 till 12 years ago.
Yeah, like Steve and Mike, that was my crew. So I was like in the meat packing district having parties. Like I was all down on 8th Street.
Yeah, he was around the real downtown crew.
I was like the real New York. And I tell people, man, if you didn't experience New York before the towers fell, you didn't experience New York.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if you didn't stand out there at 3 a.m. with some rave piece of goddamn holding that shit like this here, trying to kiss that cheese, you ain't living the real, you ain't see the real New York, man. Like,
so going back, the Source Awards, did you guys feel left out? Did you feel like, this is New York, LA?
I don't think we felt left out. We were just like, how does a #1 album get booed? We didn't understand that.
Yeah.
We was like, huh? Came with original rhymes, no samples. Everything wrote, huh? This New York.
Yeah.
We left there like, huh? You know?
And that made y'all go home and be even louder.
Made us, now it's like when George Clinton was like, Gippy, what you got on? Oh man, I'm about to go and do a show. Like that? Man, you supposed to look like your music. That's when Gippy said, Bean, I'm going to the fabric shop. I went to the fabric shop and that's when I started making my outfits. Now, man, I first pulled it out. It was a Bad Boy, Organized Noise industry party in Nashville. We performed for Arista. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time I pulled it out. I remember everybody was like, what does this nigga got on? the first outfit, the leg too short, one too long. I'm trying, shout. I'm trying to get my outfit, my look together. Nigga was like, boy, that's just some bullshit. So, the first outfit didn't come out good, but I worked it on together. I got it together after a minute, but it was like, that was the first time, and it was like, it spread it. My whole crew started doing it. Mm-hmm. It was like, this is the way to make us different. And this is a way for us to sound and look like the music, like George said.
Now, did you feel like, were y'all conscious of the fact that you were carrying an entire region on your back? Because there's nobody else at that point. It was just y'all against the other two regions.
Yeah. We knew it, but we knew we had help. Y'all just couldn't see it.
Okay.
I mean, y'all couldn't see what 8 Ball and MJG were doing in the South. It was so much that y'all couldn't see that was making us stronger.
Okay.
You couldn't see what 666 was doing, what Paul and Juicy were doing.
Yeah.
It was making us stronger.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
y'all were
that's why
while you were building, you were influencing all that.
Yeah, we was influencing all of that because if you go back and look at all them albums, like Gipp damn near on every album, every new artist, everything that came out, Gipp on. And that was just our formula, like, hey man, if we get one in, we pulling 5 more in. So the albums started getting more and more. We started pulling Cool Breeze, Backbone, Big Rule. We pulling everybody, you know what I mean? So, and it was about you being good.
Yeah.
But
and did y'all have to, did y'all say to yourselves, we have to band together?
That night made us,
this monster up
north? That night, once we came back home and we analyzed that night, we was like, we can't all the way feel like it's against us because at the end of the day, they booed goddamn Death Row too. You know what I mean? So I was looking at it like, you know, I walked outside of that and I saw Corrupt them over there battling, trying, who want to battle? Like, you know, I saw they were feeling the same way. You know what I mean? So I think everybody left there. But at the same time, I'm like, it was a change in New York too. You know, it was the new guard coming up and putting the old guard away. So the new guard, our generation, we came up with a lot of this in our chest, you know? We came up with a lot of aggression. Yeah. So even when you go and look at that time, the rappers that came out with us, they were like, fuck the old school. No, fuck Kane and fuck Publican, fuck all that. Like, this us now, you know what I mean? Yeah. So understand that they got that too. I could understand and look and see that the old New York was being pushed away. Yeah. And it was a new New York now. Yeah. And this new New York came with Puff and it came with everything that was going on with Wu. Like, and I can say that even that night too. Wu felt the same way we felt because we left that night and Outkast, their album was coming out. So, you know, their album came out April the 26th. So we had an actual show in New York that night, the next night or so. The same night we performed, Wu-Tang was performing Protect Your Neck in New York for the first time. So the first night we performed in New York, the first night Wu-Tang performed Protect Your Neck in New York.